It's a really lovely way to remember her with the club because, of course, she was really into music herself. So it's just perfect. So anyway, that was this week's Hypergrid Happenings
Wow.
in a little bit more than 3 minutes this time.
Wow. So
Good job.
I'm sorry I have to interrupt. I just noticed a problem I had with the live stream. I'm picking it up now, but there was a button I missed on YouTube. So once again,
Okay.
too many buttons. But we should be live now. Oh man.
Maybe we could post the segment later.
Right. But I do have a
Just put it up
recording,
as a
and so
separate segment.
I'll post everything we've recorded so far.
No, that was a secret part of the show.
Yeah.
That
Oh
they
goodness.
missed.
Right. But we'll get it going for the interview. So for our guests, that'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. Then Jimmy, are you ready to be peppered by questions?
Yes.
Okay. You're new to me, and I've never, until I was given this assignment, I've never ever seen so much amazing creating and building in 12 different places. You're you're just amazing, and you're so prolific, and everything is so beautiful. So was wondering, first I wanted to ask how you found your way to Opensim and virtual worlds in general, this type of virtual world.
I don't recall exactly the year, but I remember a friend introduced me. I have heard about Opensim. I think my oldest avatar in Metropolis, the no
I
longer
remember
exists.
Metropolis, yeah.
And then I think I was greedy as my second. But I tell you, the first time I saw was like not interesting at all. Everything was like really old looking. Scare me like I saw like 100 free prints or street length. Like, oh my God, that's too much. At the time, yeah, I appreciate more. Like I figured out we could hypergrid, do other stuff. Yeah, and the people here, I was being that on my time in Second Life. I was being friendly to share stuff, so acknowledgement. And then Second Life, you don't have that at all. Not at
It's a
all.
little different in Second Life, yeah, it's true.
But that's always
Yeah.
bothered me, yeah, that
hmm
thing.
Yeah. That's how I met most of my friends was in sandboxes trying to create stuff. And it was good for that. But otherwise it's wildly it's just a bigger situation all over Opensim. I think there's so much more creativity. Maybe because there's more room, maybe because people feel more free. I don't
Well,
know. But
some
whatever.
some people they say they don't like Opensim because there are not many people. But I tell you, it's a good thing, right?
Are
Yeah.
you kidding? There's not many people.
No, it's more scenes than people. That's a good thing.
Well,
Trust
I
me.
guess so, yeah. It
I
seems
only
like
run
there's a
into
lot
good
of people
people.
to me.
Yeah. And good ones too.
Well, it doesn't
No,
have, right? We don't have our regions. That's fantastic, right?
yeah,
I
there are
talk
hardly
about,
any. Mhm.
I'm not sure AMV, they made a 10 by 10. Wolf Territory, now they have even 12 by 12. Can you imagine? That's big.
Wow.
It's huge. I'm doing
Wow.
an 8 by 8 now. It's a lot of land. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to jump ahead to the Greedy Museum. Is that on a 12 by 12?
No, it's all the scenes there, standalone region.
Are they? Okay. Because it
Because
looks so big.
you were in the Great Canadian Grid, weren't you, for a while? You had Tromso there, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Because my scenes, I have it at GCG, and my scenes are commercial scenes at the time. I think I have Flora by now, Flora and Greedy. At that time, they are in a Sacrarian grid. But once they closed the grid for everybody else, and I told them, like, sorry, my things, I want to offer things to other people. It makes no sense, and I closed the grid. So
Right.
I asked White Angel was one of the owners. I thought it's okay. So I started getting, the scenes an AMV. The Clifford and the Cataplex gently.
Right. Yeah, I think I have a picture of that. Just a sec. There it is. This is Alfheim. I think that's the first time I heard about your name when I saw this sim. I thought it was beautiful. I thought you were a Norwegian elf, really, because you build so beautifully. It looked like magic. So I really love that. It's very realistic. That seems
It
to be a bit
is.
of a theme with you, isn't it? To build
Yeah, that's when
realistic
he
sims.
was just down. We are all homeless, and Clifford Cataplex gave me that scene.
It's very,
So
very
that's a
lovely.
picture.
hmm
Did you lose a lot? I'm just curious, not to
Well,
look for
also
trouble, but when you left Great Canadian, did you lose a lot of? Some people lose a lot of assets when they move from place to place. Was
just
that your
1%,
experience?
just not much, because for 1 week they open the grid before shut down for good, and I could have recovered a lot of things. And my inventory is really organized. I have everything category.
Do
Zero
you?
At least
notes.
it's all
Gosh,
in one folder, right?
And I make
I wish I
everything
could
bulk.
say
It
that.
was easy to transfer, but
See,
I
that's why we should all be organized, because you never know what the future will bring.
and I
This
have the
is
same
true.
too. That's why I give away, because eventually something gonna happen, right? Are you gonna lose or
Uh-huh.
it's gonna shut down? Let me tell you
Uh-huh.
something. That's a GCG
Mm.
pretty much has like a 20% of the assets are from GCG in the floor. And I
Really?
remember, and yeah, a
Mm-hmm.
friend told me, whatever you do, modify, put the textures inside. So pretty much all the things I have in Flora, there are textures inside. So that
Oh,
prevents assets broken. Otherwise, it'll be like
that's
20%
great.
of Flora be lost. That's from
It's a
GCG.
terrible thing to lose things. I had a really great library I had set up once, and it was lost when the sim went down, and I was heartbroken. It was
Oh,
personal.
I
Yeah.
make backups of everything. I have backups,
Mm-hmm.
2 backups. Even my hard drive. I have a save in a cloud. The most important things to me is even my scripts. I have like a huge collection of scripts.
I'll
The one that
bet.
people
Yeah.
send to me, modify once, so I cannot lose them.
Mm. Well, that's a
Can you
really
tell
good
me a bit
plan.
about that? The 3D museum. So did you make all these wonderful signs? Was this something you did for yourself, or are these things you found here and there?
Some few I found, other I made myself. Yeah, I learned how to do that in Blender.
Mm-hmm.
I use Blender and Inkscape. It's easy actually, and
How
I
long did
It's
it
started.
one of
take you
those.
to
Yeah.
learn?
It's a great place. No, I mean
Sorry.
it's a great place because it's so. When you first land there, you think, oh yeah, okay, it's science. I understood what this is. But then when you start really looking, there's so many different things in there.
So many.
It's
Is there a flag for every country on the planet in the
Yeah.
3D museum? I thought
I-
so.
I'm not
phenomenal.
sure if I need some, but I think everything's there.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
don't know how to work
And
it.
the picture that's showing now is of the Light and Sound Museum, which I think is the first one of your shops that I ever went to, even before I saw Flora, because I really love that. It's not just for the content. The content is great, but it's the sim itself is just so pleasing. It's a little adventure just to go around it, and all the planes and the little train line at the bottom. It's fantastic. So
Yeah,
was this a design that you came up with yourself?
yeah. The scene. I want to make it the scene as the name says, all light, all sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you see there, pretty much.
I
But yeah,
took a
it's
long
Fantastic.
shot of it.
quickly. I'm
I
a
like the
fast.
lights that are around it. It's pretty. Sorry.
People sometimes get impressed at the speed I do stuff, but I have everything in my mind from A
Mm-hmm.
to Z what to build, and I do really quick. I know the other slides are going to show that's probably the Norge, the 8x8. I do like in days. I'm fast when my hands allow, but
And that's
Well,
another thing I want before we move on to Norja. I did want to ask you about the greedy muse. So why greedy? Is that your favorite game in Opensim, or is it just the most
it was there. I
popular?
was
Or
in here and sin, yeah. Was bit what it bothered me because I remember the old tables. The old tables are ugly, the layout.
the KR
Uh,
engineering. Are you
yeah,
talking
and
about? Mm-hmm.
and the scripts are
Sure,
really
sure.
lame. The texture, and it bothered me. Let me try to modify, and I keep
Mm-hmm.
modifying, make more. I don't remember my first grid table was I think it was the log grid table with like a large log.
Okay.
My first one I made just for me and my friends. And then I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of friends asking me for a copy. And I make more, a second one, and all friends ask me, why not to make a. And I put that on Tromsø on GCG at the time and make like a tiny store. At
Oh,
the time, I have
wow.
like 2, 3, 4. Now I have like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, I forget now, almost 60.
I was trying
So,
to count them. I was trying to count the greedy tables, and I had to give up. It was must be 50
but
of
they're
them,
all
huh?
so different. I think it's incredible because it's one game and one sort of format, but you've come up with all these different styles. It's fantastic.
because
I
there are
should
that
have
many
made.
kinds of people. Yeah.
I should think a
That's right.
friend. I don't see his online anymore. He's from Australia, and then he redid the script completely. You know, this guy's a master scripting, and then he has redone completely the script for all the new roles stuff. And I work on the layout because the people forget the layout sometimes, and the layout for me is as much important as technology, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come to the Urban Museum, which I really like. I think this must be one of the, is this the newest of your stores there, or has this
Yeah.
always been there and I just never saw it?
You mean to all the floors, yeah. Have like
Because it's fantastic. All the houses you have in there, just really, really interesting stuff. Just really worth exploring. And here's the final shot. The final slide is of another shop, and we've got here some safari people.
I
And
see.
this is a tour that that Zen and Tessa took
Yeah.
us around it.
That
But
was
I see
great.
you're dressed like a spaceman. You're in that orange suit with the space helmet on. If you look at the picture, and can you see who's sitting where he shouldn't be sitting in that picture?
No,
Sitting on
not
top.
me.
Did I tell you
It-
why we called Zina Tessa Watu, the story behind this?
No, tell us.
Because she got COVID a long time ago, and nowadays she comes to the group. You sounds like a Watu from Scotland. Yes, and I start laughing. Oh my god, look sounds really like a Watu. So from that day on, we call her Watu. Watu, come here.
I wondered
Tessa,
what that
he's
was
getting
about. I
all your
saw a
secrets
reference.
are coming
Yeah.
out, Tessa. I'm sorry. Apologize. But the reason, another reason why I wanted to show this picture is because it's part of a really incredible build, which is called Europa. And this obviously is a shop full of all the different sci-fi stuff, which is really worth visiting.
Oh, the
And
Nagabaga.
yes, but of course it's in a part of this wonderful build. And I've just shown the teleport. You can just see the teleport there, which shows that it's made up of a bunch of regions, and each one is, is different. What inspired this build? Because it's one of my favorites. So what made you build this?
Europa, the idea, I don't know, that's like really crazy. Whatever comes to my mind, I just go. But I want to make it something. It's from an older OER actually. I have a host on my computer's friend. It's like a 2007, I think, called Offhine, actually, that's the name, a sci-fi region. And that I have the idea from, but I decided to change completely. And I thought, why not make Europa? So everything is like a real life there. The day cycle, the EP is 84 hours, like Europa, the moon of Jupiter. So if you go there in the
Wow.
EPs and Able, you're gonna see the big Jupiter in the sky. And I make it the
Yeah, it's
funny aliens. I
phenomenal.
don't know if
And I
you have a
really love
say.
it. The course and the farms and everything. And there's a school there, isn't there? A university, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, Xeno, I think I used once or twice, I think. Did you, Xeno?
That's
Already?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job.
You can talk, Lena.
But then something entirely different. Here we're in Scandinavia now. And this is the big church in Reykjavik, which
Yeah.
you built. I think you told me you built it in like a day. It's gorgeous, real
My
life,
gosh.
a copy of a real life church
Yeah, it's
in the
amazing.
center, the cathedral in the center of Reykjavik. And of course, who did we go with? Again, Tessa and Zenon took us around.
Never.
This.
People never
What
forget this.
inspired particularly Iceland? What was your thought there? Are you a person who loves Vikings?
Oh yeah, always always like the thematic from Scandinavia. Always for been years, even learned the language stuff. And that's why I have all the expertise in building, the scenery stuff. And that's how I
You
started
really
Flora,
captured the
actually.
light.
That's
Oh,
how I started
really?
Flora, being my scene, trying to make I don't have a tree, they have a Norway. So I'm gonna make myself, the tree, the conifer. So that's how Flora was born.
Okay. What was the inspiration for this vehicle? I'd like to know.
I
Inspiration
remember
probably.
that.
It's a nice
I want
bus.
I want to show the world how bad Xenon tries the bus.
Oh,
So in this picture, you can just see the cathedral in the background and the trees and
Yeah.
everything. And then there's for the public at home, the whole of the safari group are actually in this bus, uninsured. And then very shortly after, we took another couple of turns on the road, and I hope you can see the picture now that it shows that Zenon actually managed to crash it. I don't have the picture where she made us actually go over the roof of a house and practically take flight. But that
All
was,
I know
I was
after the
I was
party,
holding my chair at that moment.
that after the party, the event, I have like 4 or 5 buzzes spread into the region. I try to clean it.
But it is a fantastic region, and it's like, I mean, you've got so much on there that it's real stuff that exists in Iceland, including that modern sort of a henge of stones, and then you've got the volcano and obviously the city. I really love it. You feel like truly traveling around the
I
world.
built the geyser just after the event because I have added the geyser, so the geyser.
That's
So.
wonderful. You know, it's a
Mhm.
chance to visit the world, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Well, the scene's no longer online actually. So what I'm doing, I'm redoing Norge, but I'm redoing in Iceland. So I delete everything. I save the OER. I'm gonna bring it back, but I'm redoing Norge because they're the same side. And I have people, I have tenants live in Norge. That's why I decided to make another sim. But
Oh,
once I'm
that's-
done, I can put back in everything.
And here we
Also,
are. This
You
is
know-
our visit when we went to Norge together with together with the safari group. And the picture is very dim, and the reason for that is because it reflects the weather in Iceland, in Norway, doesn't it? It reflects the actual weather using
fog.
weather forecast. Yeah, so it's a little. But
That reminds the tenant of one day he was complaining, oh, why it's so dark here? I said, dude, it's North Norway. What do you expect? So
in the middle of the night. I don't know if you can make it out, but there's a white patch in the middle of the picture, and that is the ship, the Viking ship that instead of taking a bus this time, we took a
Oh, yeah.
ship around
Zena's
the
proof.
That was
region.
amazing.
And here we are,
Right.
which is a
Yeah,
great idea. She couldn't really crash this one, although I must say I've got some gifts of her trying,
You're gonna fly to death if you're on the bus.
doing a 3-point turn in the middle of the sky.
Yeah, and the
then you
Inworld
go,
review production team is all sitting on one side of the boat. How does that
Yeah.
happen?
Harbinger
and
of
this was-
things to come.
And you can see Jimmy dressed in orange, and you can see Zen right at the very back. She was
You can see
steering.
me using the same clothes.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't change much.
And you can also see somebody else in the picture with the white hair right in the front there. And I've got a
Luna.
better
Oh, yeah,
picture. And here
Oh.
she is.
Luna's hair is just flapping my head like it's so long hair. I remember that. Hey, Luna, I told her, I remember I shouted to her, Luna, control your hair. Like octopus hair.
So there you are. There's Xenon put together with Luna, of course. And Luna was a resident, is that right? On this she had a house.
She has, yeah. She has,
That's
yeah.
really nice. That's really nice because that's really the point of your sim. It's not just something to visit, it's something where people can actually stay. Here's a picture of some of the houses. So
That's right.
it kind of brings the whole place to life when you know you've got residents coming and going and decorating their homes and visiting each other. So how many houses do you think you have now on that region?
By now, yeah, that's the picture you show now. That's the new Norge I'm doing. So that's the new version of Norge.
Mm-hmm.
By now, it just has 6 houses, but I need to build the farm area when Zina and the Watu are gonna leave. So they don't want to stay with people there. They don't want to be far.
That's wonderful.
The farmers,
I-
red ones,
So,
yeah.
because this is your idea is to redo it with terraforming, can you explain why you preferred terraforming over mesh mountains? What's the benefit?
Well, for the texture, it looks more natural somehow, but it's not easy. And there's a lot of limitation you can do for terraforming the texture, applying texture here in Opensim, Second Life. But one of the main reason is it was about the most difficult job I had on the original Norge was to make the road going through the Mesh Mountains, because the piece of the roads I have, the road set, the curves, they're not flat. They're only ascending
All
or
right.
descending. So there's not much I
Sure.
could control, especially if in the mountain mesh, you know. And that was like difficult. I had to put some stones to cover, to hide some imperfection. And I was feeling like a little bit claustrophobic, because the scene is like 8 by 8, and there's not much space I could use. And now, all you see in these pictures, you have a lot of space. See the big lake on the right side?
Yeah.
So pretty much now you can ride a boat. You can do a lot of things. I even thinking about making a lot of trails you can go with your horse. So you're going to use more space. Now you can feel, actually you can feel more the 8 by 8, how big it can be. You know?
Right.
That's one
Yeah.
reason.
And so, but you didn't do the mountains by hand. You didn't like build them by hand. You actually did a raw map. Is this it? Is this the raw map? I think. So did you find that an easy process to do it? Was this your first time doing one, or have you done many in the past?
I've done it before. And the two different process anyway. In AMV, you could just apply the PNG. That's what we see. There's a picture for the mountain, the PNG picture. So what is all monochrome, right? Black and white. So what is black? It reads like 0 meters. White and all the shades of gray. White is the maximum high can be. So you can see the white there are the mountains, and the flat areas are in the dark. So you just apply it. And all territories you do from the website too. So it's easy process. So when
Yeah,
you
they make it
apply,
especially easy. don't they? Yeah.
yeah, when you apply to the land, like it's really stretchy. So you need to use the tools, smooth all the time. But yeah, it works fine.
Terraform is the
That's
kind of thing
really
you can get good at. You just have to do a lot of it. It's delicate
Yeah.
the way you touch the ground sometimes.
Another work I'm doing, I just did yesterday actually, because Lone Wolf, I call him Fancy, is the name we give to him. Yeah, Fancy Wolf. He gave me a sim. At the left side, I think the west side connect to the welcome area. He gave a sim. They're gonna make a furry club, a furry stuff related. So I make a paw shape in the sim. See, I don't
Yeah,
have
that's
because
great.
I didn't need.
that's a lot of fun.
You can do everything with applying the picture. It's easy.
I got a pack of 50 OR files one time, and I forget which grid it was, but I went and played with every one of them. It was so much fun. Had to be
And
there.
this picture shows some of your weather, because that's your thing, isn't it? The weather, to get the weather. When was the first time you realized that you could do that? That you could recreate real world weather in Inworld? Was this something you'd always known, or did you have to work on it hard?
Actually, I have the script for years, but it's not me, not mine originally. It's from my friend Seder Ayan. He made the script for me years ago that it can control it. It fetches information from a website and then it's applied accordingly. If it's raining all the time, the place you choose rains in sim.
Oh,
But
that's nice.
but the way script was done was not much easy for the average user. So you need to go inside the script, you need to change the API code, you need to manually insert the city, information given always in the Unix time, the code of texture. It was completely not interesting at all from, nobody going to use it. So that's why I never share the script. Oh, it's snowing.
And that's
Oh, oh no.
That's our special surprise for you, Jimmy.
yeah,
Thanks,
because
Ursa.
the person who's here with us today, who's usually on In World Review and as co-host for a couple of years there, was Tosha Tyran. And one of the things she wanted to ask you was about this your weather script system, because she's been trying to make it work on her region. She's making it Machu Picchu region, and so she's built all the buildings, or she's working on it, and she wants the weather there to be identical to real world Machu Picchu. So she's absolutely fascinated by it, and she
That's what
wanted to know how long it took you to put it together, and in general terms, if you can explain for just a normal person like myself, for example, how it works. What's the way it works?
I mean, how I made it or how to make it
Yeah,
work?
how you made it, and how you make it work in real time.
Yeah, well, that's the thing I told you, right? For the original script for my friend, that's everything
Yes.
should change inside the script. So what I decided, I've been using a lot of AI for making script. It's like a challenge because sometimes they go crazy.
That's a
Uh,
great idea. Hmm.
yeah, it works. When you have patience, it works. I make like a
Uh-huh.
40, 50 versions of something just to make it work. So what I have decided is, okay, AI, do something like easier for people, for average user.
Hmm.
I feel like a 9 out of 10 people, they're not comfortable to modify a script. It's like really scary for many people.
And
So
even if they think they're competent, they find out they're not. That's a problem.
it's easy to screw. Yeah, it's easy to screw. If you make like if you put a single space in the script, you just the script world doesn't work anymore, right? So yeah, it's easy
Right.
to.
Yeah.
But I try to make everything like a very intuitive, very easy to use. If
Hmm.
like you don't need understand about scripting anything, just use, like that's what I want to do. And the information that people want to see, not like Unix code or any code that's completely boring or not interesting. So now,
Well.
so pretty much how it works is that the API is like understands like a key
Hmm.
that you need to make your account there, so you have your own API code. So it's fetch information about the weather, all the weather conditions. I don't remember now, but I think I have like 40 or 50 weather conditions. All the conditions they have a code. Let's say it's if heavy rain, I think it's a code of 512. So script is going to send, okay, let's say Tromsø, North Norway, it's a heavy rain. Heavy rain is a code to 521. So API gets the information, Tromsø is a 521. And the 521, you need to apply texture R3. Because I have like a four texture for rain, four for snow, and if I'm not wrong, three for frozen rain. All the
Mm.
variations. Yeah. So it's how it works pretty much.
That's
It fetches
fantastic.
information, apply
This has
accordingly.
been, and we also have another one of your fun inventions right here in the studio. This is a thermo vibe, which I keep on the Safari Clubhouse sim too, so which makes the lava go up every time somebody new arrives there. That's such a fun invention.
Yeah, the lava is going to be here when I have a 12 avatars and the 21.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, for a friend to parties, people are having fun. Oh, you talk
That's
about the
wonderful.
system. I'm working. That's on one of the new projects too. I'm been working. I did thanks to my friend the Cyber. He showed me there's a function. It said that's like a new function for 2, 3 years they modify. You can make sounds go to each of a prints you want. Just use the one script. So I'm gonna make a modification. I can send one day because I need to do it myself. But I can send a new version of the weather system. So pretty much you can put like a 15 sound box in your region for the sound box, for the birds, and you're gonna use just one script for that. Just one.
Wow.
Magnificent. Well,
Nice.
this has been such fun. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for coming in and for telling us so many interesting things. And of course, that it's so nice that Tessa and Zenon came along too to
I try
support
to
you.
talk more, but the Xena keeps me interrupting all the time. Yeah.
Not true, not true.
Well, thank you again. I echo Thurza.
Did we talk about the 3D object that's behind Jimmy on the couch?
Oh, I think we missed that. Yeah, the Mal Burns statue. That's
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah. It goes along with our Funko Pop from Cherry Manga. So that was a
So,
lovely find on the 3D region that you have, Jimmy. I love that.
thanks. I put that on 3D Museum too. Yeah, it's still there.
Okay, right, right. Very cool.
Very nice. Okay, then is it time to move on
I think so.
to in-world news and views?
Inworld News and Views.
Now you sound like Mal. How do we
Right.
say it? We don't know.
We don't know. All right.
Don't ask me what day it is either.
All right. I didn't miss the transition there. That was good.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, so hello and welcome to this section, the virtual news and views. And I'm here, and I've got some things that I share that I hope you'll find interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is the upcoming Winterfest on Alternate Metaverse Grid. This annual festival takes place over 7 days on 7 different regions with names like Winterfest Fun, Christmas Market, Open Mic Arts, and more. The fun starts on Thursday, December 18th, and runs through Christmas Eve Day, December 24th. This description came from DJ Sophie, and she posted this in several of the Discord servers that we're on. But she writes, Winterfest 2025 on Alternate Metaverse Grid invites our community to experience a week of festive magic like never before. This year, AMV proudly presents a 7-day celebration spanning 7 unique regions, each offering its own atmosphere, events, performances, and seasonal beauty. As a technology person, I really find that I'm curious how the event is organized, how these kinds of productions are organized. And from another post, I saw that, as I understand it, there are these categories of work: live performers, live DJs, open mic hosts, greeting skating host, storytelling host, portraits and event photography, promotions, publicity, and videography, stage and sound crew, stage construction, event bookings, and not to mention construction of regions. So there's a lot of people working on an event like this, and I think I counted about almost 34 different names who are contributing. So it's a pretty amazing festival, and this is just one of the many winter holiday festivals happening on and around the hypergrid. Thursday, I don't know how you're going to manage hypergrid happenings in the coming weeks because there are so many events that are going on with the holidays. So next I wanted to talk about Craft World, and Craft has reintroduced currency on their grid. It's called the Cybercoin, or for short CYB. The article shown here on screen explains that 100 CYB equals €1. And although the grid has strong ties to the long-standing principles of open source and free and legal content in Open Simulator, Liku, the grid administrator, has always had in mind the benefit of an internal currency for many reasons. Craft used to have a currency years ago, but as the grid has evolved, the original currency was not updated and fell into disuse. Now they are reintroducing a sort of system where you earn the CYB credits and can use them to pay for rent on what used to be free residential land. This isn't exactly camping, but the idea is for you to be actively involved with events and projects and craft, and then you'll get benefits from the rewards. So for more about this, you can see on screen, this is the Cafaneo blog. Did I pronounce that correctly? I hope so. Cafaneo blog has a lot of information about this. So I think this was a pretty amazing step in technology on the hypergrid. In another step of technology, as many of you know, the Open Simulator Community Conference wrapped up last weekend, and I noticed that there were several good talks about artificial intelligence or AI. And this week in Hypergrid Business, Darren Murphy wrote an article about implementing AI in Open Simulator. Darren covers a wide variety of technical aspects of accomplishing this, attempting this, but the item that caught my eye was the idea of building spatial awareness in the code, which is just amazing to me. That, of course, to interact, an avatar, artificial intelligence is going to have to know where it is. So for more information on this, you can look for the article in the featured stories at hypergridbusiness.com. And then lastly, I caught wind of some work over at Wolf Territories Grid, and we talked about Wolf Territories a little bit earlier here today on the show, and they are working on a new Open Simulator viewer of all things. I chatted briefly with Lone Wolf at the celebration for Luna Lunaria, and I couldn't believe it, but it's true. This ambitious project hopes to take the current Firestorm viewer code and repurpose it in a web-based environment. The scope for a project like this is shared in the blog post, and there's a YouTube video that's shown here. But what I find really interesting is the back-end work and the collaboration involved with other organizations and technologies that Lone Wolf is pulling into it. So you can read more about this on the Wolf Territories website at wolfterritoriesgrid.com. And so that's it for me. There's so much going on with all the grids out there, and I know I'm just scratching the surface of what's happening on the hypergrid. But there's a little bit of news and views for you folks. So back to you, Pet Love.
She's gone for a cup of coffee.
She has. She's wandered off.
I muted myself so I wouldn't make noise when I turned my phone down.
That's right.
Sorry about that. I was saying thank you, James.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a couple of the things that you mentioned are things that you're involved with too, Jimmy, aren't you, over at AMV? Right? Building regions, helping people with stuff.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
something
he's
that really
always
I like share stuff and I'm remembering a couple like to say I'm a giver person, but I tell her like partially true. I'm also selfish, like because I like to share because I know eventually I can lose and I can't get it back.
I bet that's not the only reason.
No,
No, it's good
no,
to share. That's
I like
one of Mhm.
it bothers me people that can't not use the stuff because either they lack skills or they lack material to use. That's what I think about them always in Second Life. I want to see beautiful things. People build good things. And
Yeah.
now that they don't have it for any reason or other, now they have. They can have some help.
Right on. Right on. Okay. Thank you again for coming. It was a real pleasure. And I really enjoyed spending time looking at all your work. It's just amazing. And I hope people will do the same thing. If you don't
You
have
should go to
anything,
Europa then. You see, you've never been there. All the
yeah,
sins.
I've been around a lot, but I've not seen enough. There's just so much great stuff to see around in these virtual worlds that we love.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
So,
of course, Jimmy's got the thing that as soon as you've really taken a good look at some region that he's built, and you go
mhm.
away and you say, well, that was really nice. And then he contacts you, so I'm redoing the whole thing. And you say, oh, Lord. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back and see the new version. So that's pretty
The
exciting.
only place that probably Tess is going to tell you to not go is probably Europa Mines. Because if you don't like spiders,
Oh,
it's not a
no.
good place.
Oh, boy, yeah.
I'll be
Well,
right over. But no, it's really cool. I really got a kick out of the Delight song in the 3D museum. That you have two yellow figures and a Delight
Yeah,
grooves in the heart.
Grooves in the Heart. Yeah, that's a good,
Grooves in the heart.
fun one
Yeah,
with the aliens dancing.
that made
Yeah.
me laugh. Yeah,
Yep.
that was good. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody,
Yeah.
including our guests. Hmm
Zena, talk
Okay.
to me. Zena, come on. It's my gig, Zena.
And we'll see you next week with the special short hypergrid happenings again. But our next show is on, I'm going to say, the 28th of
Yes.
December.
Yep.
20th of December, and we have Bloom Peters coming on the show. So it's going to be really exciting. But this has been wonderful. Thanks,
Been
Jimmy.
very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy.
Another
You
thing I
come back
forgot.
anytime. Come back anytime.
You
If you
talk
want to
about the
promote
viewer.
something.
You talk about the viewer from the Wolf Territories. It's something he was talking to me.
Mhm.
I, I think the things they can do for a web browser viewer. He was even thinking about making maybe deploy the weather system and the viewer. So pretty much something.
Ooh,
There's a lot of things that are going on.
that would be excellent.
A lot of things you
That's
could do.
Yeah, so very innovative. Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, well, keep us posted. We're always going to be interested to hear. Okay? Okay. Thank you, everybody. We'll say goodbye now and have a wonderful week or two,
We can
as
talk
Mal
now.
used to say.
All right.
Go ahead.
Zena can talk now.
Zena, is there anything special you'd like to say to Jimmy? Like, I'll get you later, or you're going to pay for that, or hush up.
Zena's always playing freedom.
Okay.
Who
Well,
is
we do
Jimmy?
know how
Bye,
to
all.
have fun here. Y'all
All
take
right.
care.
Yep.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.